Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Carl Nathy with the University of Kentucky Office of Public Relations and Marketing. It's my pleasure and privilege to serve as your Master of Ceremonies this morning. We want to take a moment to thank President Eli Capilouto for joining us. Every day as president is busy, but he has two commencements later today that he will be presiding at, as well as some important meetings this morning. So he's going to be departing after his remarks. But I do want to say, with regard to mathematics, since that's what we're talking about today, I don't really have the report cards that Dr. Capilouto got as he was going through school, but obviously he's quite successful, able to earn his PhD, his doctorate, actually, his dental degree, then earn another doctorate in public health at Harvard University. But here, when he came here, he could add up in the millions when he came to the University of Kentucky, but now he has to count into the billions with a B because of all the construction that we have going on. He has done a tremendous job. He's coming up on his 3.5-year anniversary, if you will. Please welcome the 12th president of the University of Kentucky, Dr. Eli Capilouto.
Thank you, Carl, and today for me is personal, and this is why I wanted to be here. I made a decision that I wanted to be a clinician when I was probably 18 years old. And that was a good choice for me, and I did it. I practiced and I taught for 10 years. As my horizons broadened, I felt that I had other passions I wanted to pursue. But I was 35 years old, had a family, and I couldn't stop work to do it. There's no way I could have been able to do that. I first had a fellowship that I applied for, supported by a private foundation, and my appetite was even more deeply whetted, that I wanted to learn and serve, and I needed a toolkit to do all those kinds of things. So when I was at a point where I was going to have to leave Harvard University had competed, just like we celebrate here today, against universities all over the country to get a fellowship program. That one was sponsored by what was then the National Center for Health Services Research. And two faculty believed in me, came to me and said, you ought to apply for this. And if it weren't for those two faculty, and if it weren't for a federally supported program for graduate students, I really don't know what my life would be like. But it wouldn't have been here, which is the richest experience I've ever known. So thanks to Dr. Lorch and Dr. Perry and their magnificent colleagues, we're going to open the doors wider for those to have a graduate experience. And we're going to open it widest for those who, at least among their groups, the door hasn't been open as wide. And that's what makes the University of Kentucky a very special place. So I salute all of our faculty who had to work together in a collegial way, which is another value and strength of this university, to make possible an experience that will change lives for the individuals that go through it. But more importantly, it's going to echo through the lives of people for generations to come. So I'm one of the recipients of this kind of work. That's why I wanted to be here to congratulate our two academic leaders and their teams, to wish those who are going to have the generosity of spirit and of a caring faculty to guide them. hearty congratulations and the deepest of thanks. So thank you all very much. I'm sorry I got to rush out of here, but I wanted to come and offer my heartfelt appreciation and congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, President Capilouto. As we continue, and it's kind of a tough act to follow, but we have two people that I think are most capable of doing that. First, we're going to welcome the Associate Dean for Research and Graduate Studies in the College of Arts and Sciences, Elizabeth Lorch. And throughout her career, she came as a psychology professor. She's been honored for her teaching and research on numerous occasions, and now doing a splendid job as Associate Dean in Arts and Sciences. Please welcome Professor Elizabeth Lorch.
Good morning. I'm extremely happy to be here to represent the College of Arts and Sciences in celebrating this achievement by our Department of Mathematics, the colleagues there, and also its tremendous promise for increasing the diversity of graduate students and enriching graduate education and promoting graduate success. Graduate education, especially PhD education, really is central to the mission and to the reputation of a research-intensive university like UK. PhD students make important contributions while they are here and certainly after their degree completion. So while they are pursuing their degrees, they really represent a kind of glue that pulls together our research mission and our undergraduate instruction mission. They work closely with faculty members on research, and so they're contributors to the development of new knowledge. They also play a vital role in the classroom with our undergraduates and in mentoring our undergraduates. So even before they achieve this degree, they're super important. When they complete the degree, they really take their place as the next generation of scholars, of researchers who continue to produce new knowledge, as educators who lead future generations, and as participants now, especially in mathematics, in our technology, our economy of our societies. So this whole endeavor is very important in fostering those elements. What this grant represents really is an opportunity to recruit and reach out to diverse groups of students, including underrepresented groups. Will be increasing the diversity of the PhD program. But even more so, this grant provides the opportunity to enrich the graduate experience of these students. In the critical first 2 years where they are really launching their graduate education, they are going to be drawn earlier into research. They'll have to give to that endeavor. They will have mentoring opportunities that all of our graduate students get to some degree, but we will be able to ramp it up for these students and really enrich their experience. So I think their success will be boosted, and they will have opportunities to connect with researchers and people working in the mathematical sciences and in STEM fields. So we in the college are just very excited to see this program take shape. We're very committed to helping it to progress and foster success in these students. Just on my personal note, this afternoon, I'll have the privilege of participating in this December's graduate commencement ceremony and congratulating some of the students who are finishing their degrees across the university. So several years hence, we in the college really look forward to congratulating students who will be served by this program in the Department of Mathematics.
Thank you, Professor Lorch. Our next speaker, also a longtime faculty member here at the University of Kentucky. He has held several leadership positions in the Department of Mathematics. In 2010, he was named as an Arts and Sciences Distinguished Professor. It is my honor to present to you, the Director of Graduate Studies in the Department of Mathematics and the Principal Investigator on this Graduate Scholars in Mathematics grant. Please welcome Peter Perry. Peter.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank President Capilouto for taking time out of a busy schedule to join us this morning and for his personal perspective on this program that's now been funded. I'd like to thank Dean Lorch for her support. I'd like to thank the co-PIs on this grant, the people who are working with me, David Royster, Ben Braun, Russell Brown. And today is a day to celebrate. Today is a day that continues what I believe to be the long tradition of the math department in fostering outstanding undergraduate education, in fostering a learning community where students grow from learners of mathematics to doers and teachers of mathematics. By awarding this scholarship grant to our program, the National Science Foundation recognizes that the University of Kentucky Department of Mathematics has always been a leader in training teachers of mathematics, and it also recognizes our promise as a partner in the national effort to increase the diversity of our scientific workforce. What this grant will do is allow us to give additional support for students from underrepresented groups, including Appalachian and first-generation graduate students, in the critical first 2 years of graduate study when those students solidify their foundational knowledge of mathematics, learn how to become teachers, and prepare themselves to do doctoral research. What this grant will provide, and let me stress that just about every penny of this grant is going to students. Those students will receive in their first year a $5,000 scholarship, and in the summer after their first year, a $5,000 summer research fellowship to work closely with faculty members and learn the craft of research, as Dean Lorch so aptly put it, to start early into research and to move their careers forward. That support will continue in the second year, the fellowship and the summer research fellowship. In addition, our fellows will have funds to travel to professional meetings, to interact with our alumni mentors, both through social media and personally, and to move their careers forward, to jumpstart their careers as professionals in mathematics. What I want to stress is that at the University of Kentucky, our business is to change the lives of our students and the citizens of the Commonwealth for the better. Our success in doing so isn't measured by abstract statistics, but rather by the life stories of the students who come under our care. So I'd like to share with you this morning 2 stories which show more than any statistical abstract mission statement or grant proposal summary what this grant is really about and what we hope to do with it. Tricia Muldoon Brown was a native of the Appalachian West Virginia. She came to the University of Kentucky from Marshall University in the fall of 2003. She came highly recommended from her mentors at Marshall, and in 2006, she began thesis work in our department with Professor Margaret Reddy. While Tricia was here, she also was a fellow in the National Science Foundation-funded Algebra Cube project, whose goal was to improve mathematics education in Appalachia. Tricia worked alongside teachers in Bath and Powell counties to improve K-12 mathematics education, and on the way reinforced her own sense of mission. Tricia took that sense of service to her new job, where she is a tenure-track assistant professor at Armstrong State University in Savannah, Georgia. My second story concerns a young man named Joshua Roberts, who grew up in Appalachia, Virginia. and came to us in 2004 from the University of Virginia's College at Wise. That's about 20 miles from the southeast corner of Kentucky, just across the border. The College of Wise is the westernmost college in Virginia and serves the Appalachian region. Josh was the first member of his family to complete high school, and he was the first member of his family to finish college. 6 years after he came to us in 2010, Josh became the first in his family to receive a PhD. Like Tricia, while Josh was here, he spent 1 year as an Algebra Cube Fellow working in Bath and Powell counties. Josh is now a tenure-track assistant professor at Georgia Gwinnett College, a publicly funded four-year college that serves the Appalachian region, and was the fifth highest-ranked Southern Public Regional College in the most recent U.S. News and World Report rankings. When I wrote to Josh about our program, he enthusiastically agreed to be one of our mentors for the graduate scholars. He wrote me that he was happy and excited to be a part of this program and happy to talk about his Appalachian roots. So the real purpose of this grant is to create more success stories like those of Tricia Muldoon Brown and Josh Roberts. The purpose of this grant is to move more young people representing the diversity of our region and our country into positions of leadership in the mathematical sciences. We hope to train future academic leaders who will draw students of all backgrounds from Kentucky and beyond into rewarding careers in the mathematical sciences, careers which will enrich their lives, enhance our nation's scientific infrastructure, and build a better future in the Commonwealth and beyond. Thank you.
Very well said, Dr. Perry. Thank you. At this time, we would invite questions from members of the news media. Any questions for our speakers, either Professor Lorch or Professor Perry? If not, I'm sure they'll be happy to visit with you individually. We thank you very much. Congratulations, and good luck as you go forward with this. And it's great to hear the stories that the University of Kentucky truly does make a real difference in people's lives. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.